Morning, guys. I just wanted to bring your attention to another news article about pensions. This one is raising the spectre of the cash-free allowance being withdrawn. So we seem to have a battle recently between a couple of institutions, the Institute for Fiscal Studies and the Fabian Society, both trying to influence what Rachel Reeves is going to do in the budget in about 45 days. And this one I thought was particularly interesting this morning from the Institute of Fiscal Studies. So let's dive into the article and have a little look. So the Institute for Fiscal Studies is calling for Reeves to limit the pension tax-free lump sum. Now, I have not taken any of my tax-free lump sum. I'm entitled to, but I haven't yet. So this directly impacts me. It's a decision that I'm going to need to make. So I'll run through the article first, and then I'll tell you exactly where I'm going to go with my tax-free lump sum. So I'll read this first bit. The Chancellor should reduce the amount that pensioners can withdraw from their pension pots tax-free. The Institute of Fiscal Studies, the IFS, said, but avoiding a flat rate of relief on pension contributions. Now, that's a dig at the Fabian Society, who said we should do that a week or so ago. They carry on. Rachel Reeves is rumoured to be considering a shake-up of pension tax relief in the October budget as she seeks to address a challenging fiscal inheritance. The IFS said there was a strong case for reform, particularly as the system offers generous tax breaks to those with the biggest pensions. However, it cautioned that the change needs to be carefully thought through. They go on here to say that the amount you can take out tax-free should be capped at £100,000. The current limit is over £268,000, so that's quite a difference. They then go on to say that it's hard to justify offering subsidies to savers who are already relatively wealthy, and that the incentive should be removed from those with larger pensions. Now, here's the big kicker. They also say, in addition, pension pots should be subject to inheritance tax. Now, that's in itself a massive change. And whereas many people were comfortable with just leaving their retirement pots to gather momentum and have money in for when they pass away so it can go to their children, I'm sure we'll see a lot more people putting their pension pots into trusts so that they are protected from inheritance tax. So this is a bit where the IFS start to have a go at the Fabian Society, because the Fabian Society, I did a video on it a couple of weeks ago, said that the Chancellor should consider putting a flat rate of tax. So if you remember from the video, the Fabian Society said if we set it at 30%, then people who are getting 25% relief will benefit, or 20% relief will benefit, and those who are getting 40% will lose out, and the average out will be 30. I think that is extremely complex. I'll put a link to the other video, but there's a lot of difficulties in doing that. Yeah, and the IFS says this will be damaging and complex and inequitable. And I think most of the comments when I did the video on the flat rate of pension relief agreed. And yeah, if you are a high rate taxpayer, you would actually be forced to pay twice on this as well. But Rachel Reeves has indicated, and so has the Prime Minister indicated, that we do have some tough to make come on the budget on the 30th of October. And no doubt there will be some surprises in there. But I do think it's interesting to go through some of these articles and the likes of the IFS and also the Fabian Society, because don't forget, we're reading these this morning, but they'll have been briefed to the Chancellor months ago. Because it's easy to think, well, actually, the budget spreadsheets have been done, the press releases have all been prepped, the speeches have been written. It's too late now for any of these organisations to be influencing. But I think it'd be naive to think that these weren't presented to the Chancellor some time ago and may have some influence in what she's thinking on how she deals with pension matters. So I don't know what you think about the inheritance tax thing and the flat rate of tax. Now, I did mention that I am going to be reliant on taking my 25%, and I'm able to do that now. So I could literally call up today and make a decision to take my 25% tax free. I'll tell you now, I'm not going to do that. I think life is all about risks, and there's a big downside to taking that. So if I call my pension provider and said I want my 25% tax free, I would effectively be crystallizing that pension, which then limits what I can do with that in the future, limits how I can benefit from the tax breaks in the future as well. So, based on my analysis, I'd be silly to do that. I also do believe that if they do make this decision, then they won't say, as of midnight tonight, we are removing the tax allowance. There will be some breathing space in there in which I can rethink my decision on whether I'm going to take my tax-free allowance. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer. I'm going to not take my tax-free allowance. I'm going to take that when and if I have the right tax position in that current year to take that 25%. Okay, so I'd love to know what you think about this, whether I'm making the right decision or whether I should get in there and get this tax free out before it becomes too late, or whether I should hang on and see where we get to with the budget. All right, well, thanks for listening. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up, really helps. And if you hate this portrait version of the video, let me know. I'm not sure how many watching landscape and portrait, but I thought I'd give it a go in portrait anyway, because I was mainly showing what was on my mobile phone. And don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. We must be deluded.
Yeah.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah, probably, yeah. All the comments are welcome.
Yeah, we have real good fun reading through the comments. So yeah, please keep them coming. And don't forget, what was the percentage? 94.6% of you lot haven't subscribed. Subscribe. Thanks everyone. See you on the next one.